This is your weekly global sailing highlights show, The World on Water, for October 27th, 2025. First off, our apologies for running late this week, but the circumstances were well beyond our control. And as a prior notice, next week could also be affected. In the meantime, the Transat CAFÉ or Normandie Le Havre started and were then reated to muscular wind conditions and leaden skies as they made a fast start to what should be an express exit from the English Channel. On the first night, 3 Ocean 50s capsized, the Ultims powered ahead while vthe 18 Imocas battened down as the Class 40s had a mandatory stop into La Coruña on the northwest corner of Spain. Punishing conditions.
Ça alors, quelle histoire que cette nuit sur la Transat CAFÉ là. C'est clair, la mer n'a pas fait de cadeau aux Ocean 50, ces multicoques de 15 mètres, rapides mais instables. Moins de 12 heures après leur départ anticipé justement parce qu'ils sont moins instables, anticipé justement parce que la météo était ce qu'elle était, mais moins de 12 heures, ce matin, au réveil, qu'est-ce qu'on voit? 3 trimarans sur les 10 sont déjà chavirés. Lazare, Helio, Coesio et Inter-Invest. Les équipages, je donne la bonne nouvelle tout de suite, après je vous explique un peu ce qui s'est passé. Les équipages vont bien, mais la série est juste incroyable. Si les 3 équipages sont sains et saufs, cette première nuit agitée met sur pression l'ensemble de la flotte qui se lance ce dimanche exactement au moment où je fais la vidéo du Havre. On en reparlera, c'est sûr. Alors revenons sur ce qui s'est passé cette nuit. Tout a commencé vers 22h27 pour Lazare Xiolio au large du cap de la Hague. On a chaviré par l'avant, raconte Tanguy le Turquier, le compagnon de Clarisse Kremer, que vous connaissez bien ici sur ma chaîne YouTube de sa participation au dernier Vendée Globe. Une partie du flotteur s'était arrachée, poursuit-il. Ensuite, vous voyez le tableau, je n'ai pas besoin de vous le peindre. Quelques heures plus tard seulement, vers 2h25 cette nuit, Coesio, Derwan Leroux et Audrey Augereau se retournent à son tour. Audrey dira: on était en mode hyper safe et pourtant, dans une rafale à 40 nœuds, le bateau est parti. Et son co-skipper, Erwan Leroux, disait ce matin, dès le réveil, je l'ai entendu sur RMC, on est rentré dans une zone ventée, c'était prévu, mais l'instabilité était bien plus importante qu'annoncé. Leur voilier était à ce moment-là, il occupait la 8e place sur les 10 de Ocean 50, dans des creux de 2,50 m environ, quand il a chaviré, donc au nord de l'île de Guernsey. Je ne sais pas si je la prononce bien. Et c'est lui encore qui le raconte. On s'est fait prendre dans l'une de ces risées, c'est allé à une vitesse incroyable. Le bateau s'est fait jeter sur le côté et a donc chaviré sur le côté et nous avec. Ça a été à une vitesse assez folle. Élie Treuillet, les skippers et leur équipe s'attachaient ce dimanche matin à récupérer leur navire, toujours à la dérive. Quelques 2 heures plus tard, à 5 heures du matin, Inter-Invest chavire à son tour au large de la Bergerac. Les 2 marins sont élitreuillés à leur tour, légèrement blessés, mais sains et saufs. Alors où je vous parle, si j'ai bien compris, ce matin, en fin de matinée, Lazare, donc le bateau se trouve à Cherbourg, Inter-Invest est remorqué vers Brest et que Coesio reste en difficulté. Pour ceux d'entre nous qui connaissent un peu moins cette catégorie de bateaux, je sais que les gens qui me suivent, vous êtes pas des spécialistes techniques, des techniques et de la mer. Donc pour faire très court, voiliers rapides mais très sensibles à la mer formée, les Ocean 50 sont on les appelle des libellules des mers. Et seuls 7 d'entre eux auront passé la première nuit de la course transatlantique, un double qui relie Le Havre à Fort-de-France en Martinique. De quoi sans doute inciter à la prudence les 64 équipages. Et pour mémoire, si vous n'avez pas du tout suivi, la flotte de la Transat CAFÉ est composée de plusieurs catégories différentes de bateaux. 4 Ultims, ce sont des trimarans de 32 mètres, 18 Imocas, donc vous connaissez les monocoques de 18 mètres 60 pieds du Vendée Globe, 42 classes 40, ce sont des monocoques de 12 mètres assez costauds dans la mer, dans les mers formées. Et donc ces 3 catégories-là, ils partent en course ce dimanche midi. Le départ a été maintenu. Comme je vous le disais, si ces voiliers sont plus à même d'affronter les conditions météo annoncées, ils risquent de se frotter en début de course particulièrement corsé avec un vent établi à 35 nœuds et une mer croisés. Chacune des catégories de bateaux, vitesses de pointe différentes. Pour ceux qui ne comprennent pas pourquoi il y a tous ces départs séparés, avancés, reculés et tout ça, c'est que chacune des catégories de bateaux, aux vitesses donc différentes selon leur taille, vous comprenez bien, doit respecter un parcours spécifique imaginé par la direction de la course afin de lisser les écarts et permettre au maximum une arrivée quasi simultanée à Fort-de-France dans une douzaine de jours, globalement, grosso modo. Mais cela est une autre histoire. Je vous raconterai plus de cette Transat Café L'Or que je n'avais pas suivi jusqu'ici dans les prochains jours. Pour aujourd'hui, ce qu'il faut retenir, c'est que 3 des 10 bateaux partis la nuit dernière ont chaviré, ce qui n'est quand même pas rien. Mais la bonne nouvelle, c'est qu'ils sont tous sains et saufs. Je vous embrasse. À très bientôt. Bye bye.
Pour les copains de Lazare qui étaient à côté de nous avant qu'ils se retournent. C'est vrai que c'est un petit peu la guerre. Voilà, on est vigilant, on est prudent aussi, mais c'est pas confortable.
The 46th edition of the Rolex Middle Sea Race is underway. An impressive international fleet of 117 yachts are contesting the 46th edition of this compelling and historic offshore race. Following the captivating start from Valletta's imperious Grand Harbour, a 606 nautical mile challenge lay ahead featuring an anti-clockwise circumnavigation of Sicily before finishing back in Malta.
The sound of cannons boomed around Valletta's historic Grand Harbour this morning to mark the start of the 46th Rolex Middle Sea Race. 117 yachts, more than 1,000 sailors from over 50 nations. The spectacle of the start, ahead of a historic and iconic race organised by the Royal Malta Yacht Club. And down in the harbour, a rich pedigree of Rolex Middle Sea Race talent. Triumphant last year, the Red Bandit team from Germany. Sailing on board Long Courrier, France's Géry Trontasseau and Alexis Loisin, winners of the race in 2018. And representing Malta, a strong contingent of race legends, including two-time winner Elusive 2. These former winners join an elite line-up in pursuit of the prized Rolex Middle Sea Race trophy, awarded to the overall winner of the race on corrected time. The final of the 7-class starts saw the biggest yachts in the fleet get underway, including the Blackjack 100, widely tipped to take monohull line honours. With 606 nautical miles of offshore racing ahead, and a weather forecast to challenge the most ardent of campaigners, this edition of the race promises to be particularly testing. Join us again for more updates from the 2025 Rolex Middle Sea Race.
After the scariest moment in life, Eric Marsh aboard his yacht, Sun Bear, finally arrives in Mauritius, and for the first time, he opens up about his terrifying man-overboard experience. It's the kind of moment every sailor dreads, and Eric's raw story captures the real danger, courage, and determination behind the Mini Globe Race 2025. We thank Christine Turner, who was on the dock in Mauritius, for capturing this special moment.
It was a pretty scary ordeal actually, and I'm still pretty stressed out about it. I probably haven't stopped shaking since the event happened. I actually thought my life was going to end. So But yeah, what happened was I was on the bow, the sun there, putting the spinnaker pole away, and a big wave hit the side of the boat, and yeah, next thing I knew I was in the water. So, and I had several attempts to try, and I was getting dragged by my tether, and had the spinnaker pole tangled up in my tether, and so here I was in the middle of the night hanging off the side of the boat, tethered onto the boat, all tangled up, and so then I had to try and get back on the boat, and with the A7 up and the boat was moving, it wasn't an easy task, I can tell you. I just about burned up all my energy. Then I finally slid along on my, so I could unclip my harness and clip on another small harness, the tether, and I slid back to the back quarter, the stern quarter, and I managed to climb back over the stern. And then of course the life jacket inflated, so that made it even more difficult because the trying to squeeze through the lifelines, I had to let the life jacket down to get back through the lifelines. So by the time I got back on the boat, I was pretty exhausted, wet, shaken, and yeah, I just thankfully someone was looking after me.
Yes, yes.
It was pretty bloody scary, I can tell you. It's probably your worst fear going overboard in the night, and if you can't get back on the boat, well, you're really in strife. Anyway, I'm here, so
You're here, thank goodness, and everybody's cheering for you, Eric.
Monohull line honours has been decided at the 2025 Rolex Middle Sea Race. Crossing the finish line in Transat Harbour, Malta, at 5:44 and 7 seconds Central European Summer Time, Blackjack 100 took the title in an elapsed time of 2 days, 17 hours, 44 minutes and 7 seconds. Success for the 100-foot maxi yacht, skippered by Tristan Lebrun and owned by Ramon Vos, was highly coveted. Last year, Blackjack 100 had to settle for second on the water after a thrilling duel with Scallywag 100. The two yachts met again in July at the Rolex Fastnet race, where this time Blackjack 100 claimed line honours, turning the tables on her rival.
At 5:44 this morning, Blackjack 100 crossed the finish line in Malta to become the first boat home in the Rolex Middle Sea Race and claim the Monohull Line Honours title. The elapsed race time of 65 hours and 44 minutes fell well short of the course record, but given the light wind conditions, Blackjack 100 owner Raymond Vos was delighted with the team's performance.
Winning the Rolex Middle Sea Race is a significant achievement. It's competitive, it's different weather, it's dark most of the time. So it's really very nice to end the season for us with winning this fantastic race.
Despite trailing Balthazar out of the harbour at the start, Blackjack sailed an exemplary race, easing into their stride on the passage over to southern Sicily and rounding Stromboli with a clear lead, a position they maintained for the remainder of the 606 nautical mile race.
Very good race so far, everything is going well on Blackjack and we are having a good time. We keep pushing hard.
In second place on the water, Louis Balcon's Balthazar. Although unable to challenge for line honours, the Maxi 72 is in the running for the overall race victory on corrected time. But with much of the fleet still to pass the race's halfway mark, we will now have to wait and see which yacht in this world-class fleet will emerge victorious. Join us again for more updates from the 2025 Rolex Middle Sea Race.
Almost a year to the day since Emirates Team New Zealand won the Louis Vuitton 37th America's Cup, the team are back out sailing with their AC-40 from their home base in Auckland. At the same time, announcing a new mix of exciting young Kiwi sailing talent and multiple Olympic medal-winning experience joining the sailing team in their defense of the Louis Vuitton 38th America's Cup in Naples in 2027.
Bloody awesome to have the fresh blood join the team. We're really looking for the future of Team New Zealand. We wanted all-round sailors. Not many people get the opportunity to fly one of these boats, and being in the simulator with them and trying to pass on knowledge in that space has been a really cool experience for myself, and it's just been really awesome how quickly they're learning that role.
I'm super excited about joining the team. It's obviously been a dream for a long time. Had a great time last year at the Women's America's Cup, and the opportunity to step up into the main team and on the 75 is super exciting. Obviously the AC-38 is going to be a real milestone for women in sailing. We're really privileged to be a part of that, and hopefully to be one of the first women on these boats and showing that, you know, we can do this.
It's awesome to be part of the main sailing team here. I'm honoured being immersed in the big team, the older guys, just learning so much off them, and it's cool to get amongst it and get stuck into the simulator, and really looking forward to getting into the AC-75. I guess the speed difference between the 40.
Alright boys, let's go.
Just being able to sail that boat that defended the America's Cup's going to be a big thing, and I'm very excited for it.
Pretty epic to get the call up from Nathan and Andy, and great to know that the little work had paid off at the Moth Worlds earlier this year. And it's such a good atmosphere in here, great bunch of people and all striving towards one goal. I'm ready to push this team as hard as I can.
I think I'm going to learn so much over this time and really help me upskill a lot and be able to help out and hopefully getting up to scratch of what it might look like around this America's Cup. Last time in the vthe, I learned a lot about the team's professionalism. It's a team that I've always looked up to and aspire to be a part of. Came away like hungry for more. The team environment part really caught me, and I keen to come back and like push for more and definitely want to be a part of the team to win the cup.
Now with the rule being finalised and the protocol, we're just looking forward to getting out on the water and getting stuck into it and sharpening a knife for the cup.
For us guys that are slowly getting older in the team, it's awesome to have some young blood in here and challenging us, and great to see the integration that's been happening recently. We've spent the last week here just kind of share the knowledge that we've got and create depth within the sailing team, which so far has been going really well, and can't wait for the sailing operations to start soon.
It's nice Sunday! Beautiful day, great day to sadly say goodbye to vthe, who have been just so gracious, so kind, and so accommodating. So sad to say goodbye.
Heading over to Cape Town, so super excited for that. It's a big leg. It's not necessarily the longest leg, but the South Atlantic can really throw some great winds and some great sailing, hopefully downwinds. Nice fast passage over to Cape Town, but yeah, 3,500 miles and into Cape Town.
It's my hometown, going back to see my family, and this has been the leg that I've been dreaming about doing for about 10 years now, so I'm been so amped to hit the Atlantic, catch some swell, and surf my way back into Cape Town.
It'll be a blast, you're going to have fun, and see you in Cape Town. Yeah.
Done the first two, so we're looking forward to this exciting week, the big seas, the big waves, charging down them, it's all on.
I felt a little bit nervous because it's the first time for me to cross so South Atlantic, and I heard that it's really windy and bigger wave than leg one, so I don't know, I'm ready but still a little bit nervous, so I'll figure it out.
There's such a buzz around on the dock here in Punta del Este. Crew all ready to go. We've got 4 South Africans on board. It's really special to have them. They're amped, we're amped, and let's go.
We're at race start now. It's only less than 15 minutes to go to start. Race start, boys!
With one last foil elimination round on Sunday, the IFCA Funboard European Championship Slalom Foil and Fin came to a close after 5 days of spectacular racing. Once again, the Funboard boards, both foil and fin, returned to take centre stage on Lake Garda, hosted by Circolo Surf Tourbol under delegation from the Italian Sailing Federation. Racing took place every afternoon in perfect aura winds from the south, which consistently stayed above the minimum range required for foil, below 15 knots, and fin, above 11 knots, racing.